Okay, I am ready. Our audience is ready. Joshua, tell me about the open vision. Where were you? And tell me what it said.
Yes, sir. I'd actually went to Ohio, Canton, Ohio, and I was asked to preach. My son, he married a beautiful young lady, Allison. My son is Hunter Fowler, and he and his wife are the worship leaders and youth pastors for a friend of mine's church called Synergy Church in Canton, Ohio. Been known over the years as Cathedral of Life. And but anyhow, I was in that church and I was walking through the hallways that day, and all of a sudden I began to see waters rising in the hallways. Rivers began to flow, crashing up against the walls, and I wiped my eyes because it was not just a vision. I could see it literally like it was flowing in the room. I was walking in it. And it didn't matter what hallway I turned on, these waves, this deluge of God, this greater glory, these rivers were flowing. And then it went from there, and he took me to America. I was in America, but he took me to the White House, and I saw the waves crashing through the hallways of the White House. I saw it flowing through the halls of Senate, through Congress, I saw it flowing through the Supreme Court, flowing through the streets of DC. I saw these rivers flowing, and it was literally shifting the very course of the capital of America. And then it shifted and it flowed to other cities throughout America. And I saw capitals and different cities begin to be overtaken, their governments. And I saw the business sectors, the marketplace begin to be overtaken by this greater glory, by these rivers. These waves were just flowing through the streets. And then he took me to Australia and New Zealand and to Europe, throughout Europe, and we walked, and I saw these waves flowing through there, and then to Asia and to the Middle East. I saw it in Israel. I saw it flowing through Jerusalem and through different cities, through Canada. I mean, it was crazy. The waves just flowing, crashing, and what I saw that had begun in the hallways, he took me up in this open vision and began to show me this greater glory, this flood of his presence, this deluge from on high was overtaking whole cities. And then he began to say to me, the rivers are rising, the rivers rising. Then then it started saying rivers rising, rivers rising, rivers rising, just like if you were to say like caution, 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 but it was a good thing. And then as these rivers were rising, then he said to me, he said, it has begun. Wow, these signs and wonders were overtaking in this vision. Whole cities, miracles were breaking out. And he said churches were going to be so overcome by these rivers of glory. What I saw, they were so overcome that they abandoned their agendas. They surrendered to the flow of the Holy Spirit, just like you said, go and flow. Pastors, apostles, prophets, evangelists, and teachers begin to just stop and say, no more with our own agendas. Just flow, go and flow. And entire cities and nations were baptized and immersed in this divine glory. And then he said, it has begun.
You know, when you said people will turn, this is what I heard you say, people that are controlling their services will let the Holy Spirit control it. What would happen in your church if the Holy Spirit had 100% control? That's what you're describing. That's what you're describing. That's what God's waiting for. Go on with the prophecy.
Just think, Sid, what would happen if we gave him his house back?
Yeah.
If we said, God, this is your house, and you're not a guest, but you are the owner. It's your house. Flow, do what you want to do, say what you want to say. What would happen if we would come and we would lay our agendas down and let him go and flow? My goodness. I'm so excited. I'm about to jump out of my skin over here. It has begun, he said. The rivers are rising, and they will continue to rise until I return. Just as President Trump is known as number 47, so has the United States now entered into a season of Ezekiel 47. Nations that align with what I am doing will experience the fullness of these rivers. I will choose and use leaders who allow me to lead, those who will live in the flow of my spirit. This is a new season, the season of the flow. Let go of control. Step into my rivers, and I will take you further than you have ever been before. This is the season of the flow. He said it again. Let go of control. Step into the waters. Go beyond ankle deep. Go beyond knee deep. Go beyond waist deep. Get in over your head. Go beyond head knowledge and dive into the depths of my spirit. Allow my rivers to carry you where I'm leading. Then my rivers will rise within you and flow out of you for the healing of the nations, declares the Lord. And then he began to speak to me and give me revelation from Ezekiel 47. And he began to take me into this revelation that I'd never taught about. For over 37 years of preaching this gospel, I'd never taught about these 4 riverheads that are found in Genesis 2. And so I began to look at that and study it and begin to preach it. And I believe that Holy Spirit now is saying to me, and not just me, I believe he's saying to our listeners, to our viewers, to especially fivefold leaders right now, we have to go and release this river. We have to proclaim this. This is what I believe he's given me an assignment to do, to go and release these rivers and partner with Holy Spirit and unlock the dam that's been in the house. We've had a dam flow, dams that have been in the way. We need to break through that and release these rivers, this greater glory.